form.
I mean, I kind of liked their nuke looked all right as well yesterday, or not, was it yesterday? Yes, against 16,
12, was it at the end of the day?
It was, but like their CT side had merit, and they'd ironed out some of those rotates. The individuals were looking comfortable as well. Alex, though, is calling up a storm on this T side. Let's see if it works out for him. He's got full util for this. His team's posturing for a top pop. Door swings open. Oh, a miss from Sis, and you had an opportunity onto Alex, and he does eventually bring it through with some taps through that smoke.
They're getting the bomb down at least. The retake set up here for Big.
Yeah, and oh my god, how are all these shots from Sis in the smoke connecting? The flash from Tabson. Crims, oh, Searson's doing it all for his squad. Finally, they silence him. They can use main now a little bit. Mezzy with another Tizian from behind, keeping them busy. Oh, too many bodies. Way too many bodies, and a great retake out of Big.
Nice stuff there. It's quite clear that they were going for that retake setup early, and it felt like Fnatic knew that. Just the smoking towards main to get them into top. I missed Molly Heaven there. Could be slightly problematic, but the defuse comes in. Big get the pistol round, and well, what started well for Fnatic, they won the first 3 pistol rounds consecutively. Now they've lost the last 2 consecutively here. So a bit of a changing the tide, maybe a changing of the conversation as well. And there was a plan. Alex, do you expect a buy?
No, certainly not out of the question. Going to be just seeing a bit of util, and Brolin does whip himself out the old AK-47. Now, the boys from the CT side have gone for an eclectic mix. I'm intrigued to know whether or not they're going to once again go knocking inner. I expect some presence yard, and indeed it's on its way. So that hero AK for Brolin is going to be the superstar setup for success. And they're going straight across. The wall of smokes is established. Searson has nothing he can say with his scout. Tamsin's taken a chunk from somewhere elsewhere.
Tamsin is down here towards this lower site. We'll have help from ramp of Gade. Crim's just having a look towards top. This is going to be on the fade right here. Brolin won't have anybody to find. Tabson is the first point of contact here. And oh, nice little flash. They're actually not going to make any sound cues off the back of it. And Brolin a bit lucky he wasn't swung on there. Yeah, another boost.
Again, yeah, this could work out for the jump peak.
Oh, easy to like.
Lovely. Finishes off what Crim started. And now they should have access to the low side. Only man really there to voice concerns is Gade from ramp. And that's Crim's responsibility to at least make it difficult for him to draw attention. Oh, Crim's is booked here. He'd love to take one. They're loud about it. Good control of the Deagle. Coupled to the center of mass leaves Keto wanting. And the low side take shaping up nicely for Fnatic. This conversion of the second round force. So far, we haven't seen anyone successfully do so in this series. So this is going to be the first taste of a very different looking game.
Oof, I wonder how long the force by walls will go on for here. The fact that they save an M4, the scout on Searson, they've got that MP9 in play as well. That's not the best, it's not the worst. It's going to give them another crack. But yeah, just some lovely little boosty boys towards lower there. So very, very easy approach from Fnatic. Smoke wall, down secret. Crim's doing his best to soften them up and slow down those vent rotations. You get the kill you need, you get into the site, and you get away with one. Everybody looking good. It's
a lovely counter to that jump peak. You know, I always get kind of miffed, just as the noob inside of me gets miffed when you can play like safe, jiggly, smoke defense, and then the rotates come in. You know, it's all about mastering rotations. Well, Tabson, he can get that information completely safely, throw out his smoke, and you've got 15 seconds for Gade to react. But the counter worked out nicely. A little boost and just completely nullifying Tamsin's setup.
Now we're about to see what the response is going to be out of Big, right? They could just play this like another gun round here with the weapons they have. There's no reason that they can't. They don't have to get too tricky with it. It's just how they want to deal with the rotation. So what are Fnatic going to offer up here now that they've been able to get those rifles out? Setting up the standard smoke wall again here. Jackinho with a very easy one. A deep nade. Well, too deep. Lands between multiple members as Brolin. He's going to make the treacherous cross behind the smokes, and he's tucked himself down to secret here. Now, it is just the one man. I think they're hoping for responses elsewhere from Big.
Yeah, well, I mean, Searson rotating ramp implies they are concerned about it. Gade's already down there as well, so this has definitely lightened the top site defense. Tabson going to have to fill the gap of that yard scout no longer committed. It's a powerful angle from him. You can see Brolin is going to keep them honest. If he throws this util, that's only going to spur Gade out of the aggressive line of sight. So Brolin's denied a lot of information there. Oh, and Tizian goes looking as all that contact's happening down lower, so that's worked out well. Fnatic set to convert off the opening frag. Tabson, Ooh, good control out of the FAMAS. Does win his duel, albeit closely. And Fnatic should have access to the top side. It's Quito's Deagle that he does manage to be threatening with. Chiquino need the trade from him, and he puts it down. And so repeat for Big Clan, send it over to save.
Simple stuff, very simple stuff there. You see with Brolin pushing back the lower defender as well, gave himself access to the vent to pop his head up and help them take that top site. So very good stuff here from Fnatic, just doing it by the book. And looking good to keep everybody, or at least the 4 members, alive.
Yeah, and the game within the game for me here as well is just seeing Chiquino have a serviceable nuke. I think that nuke in particular has...
A few missed, didn't he? A couple of misses?
He had a couple of misses. He did.
Everyone has a couple of misses every now and again.
Yeah, I think the words out of Hugo's mouth were there's no buttering that one up.
Yeah.
And I echo the sentiment, certainly, but I also do think...
on a pig.
Yeah, it's easy to... it's easy to be overdramatic and reach conclusions a little quickly. And Chiquino, as we've seen prior, you know, with the Swedish roster, he can deliver and have that AWPing presence necessary against tier 1 teams. Definitely did feel and succumb to the pressure, though, and some uncharacteristic misses out of Mr. Chiquino.
Yeah, we had some out of Acor as well from Mousesports. And Mousesports are up next. They'll be taking on Na'Vi, so you're going to have to hope he's gotten his first game jitters out the way as well. Chiquino had a very good overpass. He dropped off on Dust too, but the whole team copped a bit of a shellacking. Yeah, no. The
Acor moment on overpass just looks like Machine in a show match, and it's just not a good look.
We'll give everyone day 1.
We will.
Day 2,
yeah.
Oh, we might have to ask a couple of questions here, because there are a lot of good AWPers on the market right now. I'm not suggesting anything, I'm just stating facts.
It sounded like a suggestion to me, Chad. You're in trouble. And so is Dizzian, actually. Oof, takes a huge chunk out of Alex. They've got to be careful here. It could fall apart. You softened up for the scout. Brolin and Alex are both vulnerable. Crims will catch it. Problem solved. Can it be flawless? It can. Wow, that's a dream for Fnatic to convert so cleanly. They take everything away from Big Clan and put a 3rd on the board.
Those 3 rounds in a row all feel too dreamy. Only one player going down in the 2 previous, and then everybody staying alive there.
Funds,
yeah,
dude. Wow.
That's a great way to kick off the half, especially knowing the ramifications on the economy that happens to the CT side of Big now. So trying to defend out of this hole. Can they dig themselves out? Sirsen's scope. It's going to be one place to start. Now, you can see tabseN crossing warehouse here. His job will be to focus in on that main position. Sirsen will float with that AWP. Right now, he's helping them lock down top. And this smoke wall...
Interesting one.
Yeah, it looks like that L block and the timing on this Na'Vi-esque.
Yeah, and Brolin's project has fallen flat. He was pre-aiming it. I think he just got a little lost in the smoke. Gray screened at the unopportune moment. Aggressive AWPing out of Sirsen could be set for success. Takes a good tag onto Crims. Gate flashed off, but he chooses to stand and does deliver. It's actually tabseN's M4 that connects.
He's everywhere.
He is. 1 in yard, 2 in ramp, and yeah, this one falls flat as a pancake. Crims down to Gade's hold.
Yeah, good stuff there. And what I'm saying with Na'Vi-esque, normally when they have Electronic doing those creeps, he's kind of perfectly in sync with the smokes. It's not like they throw them and then he starts his walk. He's normally lurking as they're hitting the ground, finding those best little smoke timings. So that's something that maybe they're tasking Brolin to do, which I don't hate the idea of that.
No, and we see it super often as well. Like, this is what I was talking about with Gray screen. When you see his, like, legs poking out, his knees poking out of the smoke, chances are his head's still submerged in that gray. Well, Big, that is exactly the response they would have dreamed of. And CSGO's demonstrating he likes to go aggressive. Well, so do the T's. Crims straight down the vent successfully. Oh, and a wealth of opportunity. If he goes flanky onto CSG, oh gosh. Crims is fast on this. CSG may have heard it. Oh, and he's got him.
Wow.
CSG bails himself out of trouble.
Wow. That was a quick scope as well. It didn't even have the no scope icon. That is crazy that he managed to get that one done.
He got like 2 steps out of Crims, I think, maybe even 3.
That was really good punishment, right? Because when you look at the radar, nobody was chasing Crims down the vent. It was just Gade over towards ramp. Sirsen pushed forward with all that top util they had to dump to facilitate that move, and then found the opening kill on the sleeping Brolin. The second one, just great.
Yeah, and now put yourself in Fnatic's shoes. You feel like a bit of a plum.
Yeah, with 3 players alive, they still have belts worth of utility here. They just don't have enough bodies, really.
I mean, look at the absence of information. Mezzi's forced to sit on T roof holding the yard push. I mean, not Mezzi, excuse me. That was...
one of the Brits.
Yeah, Alex, there you go.
Listening to that aircon unit just whirring away.
He's going to start showing some face. Around that 30-second mark, we get some util from Fnatic into that top site. 2 men to receive if they could find them in quick succession. Yeah, Mezzi. Ooh, bomb down the vents. A quick change of pace. Top util into the Sears and AWP. He's already found the 2 most impactful frags of this one. Maybe he's going to be kept a bit honest here. Molly will be extinguished. Oh, what a dream. I mean, they'll get the plant. That's something for the finances, but good luck, have fun. Giacchino and Mezzi up against the world. And Giacchino with 1 puts Mezzi into a rather dire circumstance. It will fall flat, and some AKs to be played with as well.
Okay, tabseN's having one of those games early here. The nice little 2-piece feed, impact kills he's having. Now we're looking at a nifty 3 rounds here. We've tied things up. And Fnatic, yeah, with that plan, it will give them enough money to facilitate yet another buy, so keeping themselves in it as far as the weapons are concerned. We've seen a couple of different looks. We've seen secret smokes with a very standard wall. We've seen them attempt the L block smokes without the base of the L, I guess the capital L we'll call it. That was doing more like an I, the I block. Yeah. We've seen them go for a bit of a fast top. So they've had a bunch of different moves that they've used, and I don't think that's going to be the drama here. The lack of moves is not a problem. You know what's going to be in surplus in the big camp now? It's just Keto with his sweaty hands. No more Zantara's sweaty hands, so maybe they won't be going through as much of that paper towel.
Yeah.
Big gap. What a big kill.
Yeah. Oh! The end of Searson's power position. He's been knocked off his perch to 43. Very, very tight line he's working with. He's surely aware that he's possibly being pushed. Now,
this is just early, very quick here from
Very
Alex.
quick from Alex indeed, and he's in that blind spot perfectly. Now, previously, Crims thought he had Searson. Oh, dead to rights, and he does this time. Alex, pops up, and the jump scare will strike, as will Giacchino. That's his 3rd of this lobby push. You can see what they were trying to do. As is typical when losing territory elsewhere, you invade that lobby position. Well, Giacchino was given the responsibility, and he's thrived with it.
Yeah, Giacchino's opening there just really opened the door to all of this, because the safety net for Searson was taken out, meant he had to stay passive. He stuck towards CT spawn, and they just stayed stifling. So a very good response here from Fnatic. Now, I don't have to go for this gate M4. It's not going to get them a lot. It's just as long as he doesn't get that Searson AWP, right? That's the one thing you don't want him to be picking on up. He's tucked on here back towards the single door. Oh, they will find him, and the timing, it's a cruel mistress. He's been spotted. We'll get a bit of damage done. They're actually going to try and hunt this one away. Gade, a molly one side, a door the other, the push. Oh, and a lot of people going down to the bomb. Fnatic putting everything in the kitchen sink.
Bloody hell.
Oh, okay.
And some of them don't have all the money in the world, Chad.
Yeah, look, it was audacious. It was a lot of bodies invested just to take away an M4 for Gade.
2 to the bomb blast.
Look, I can understand from the point that Gade could have now dropped the rifle, right? Now he'll just have to be able to equip one himself, and that could have immediate ramifications in what type of purchase. But just look at all the resources being thrown into this. Gade did good damage, so maybe not completely upset with how that one shaped on out for Big Clan. Smiles on the face over there in Fnatic. At least they're laughing it off.
Yeah, pats on the back to Giacchino as well. That was a lovely double to confirm the conversion of their 4th.
They are buying again here, Big. I get it with the Searson AWP and the tabseN M4. That's the combo that we're looking for, right? Those two towards yard with each other to pair from main, and the rotator float roller Searson. Now, that is one of the most influx positions to play, those two, right? They have to understand what one another are watching. They really need to be quite in tune with each other. Now, it's actually a completely different look. I think they've got Gade across the secret. They got Searson towards ramp, and he's already hunting. Yeah,
this should be the end of Crims. Oh, with their knives out, they run straight into Gade. Chaos cause. Crims wants his duel, so we will play on. That could have been everything. tabseN's tagged up Mezzi. If he can find and finish this frag, he's got the bomb, and he's hunting for it. This is going to ruin the way. Oh, headshot found.
How's he done that?
He's got a snappy wrist on him, and Giacchino's going to have to be very ready for the Keto hut hole. He's looking the wrong way, and the frags come easy. Crims, so much to do, and already a chunk taken out with that Deagle. Working with 50 HP, and now 2 to find. Bomb lost. Yard, tabseN, and Tizian playing the bomb. Crims opts for the
Alex, this becomes a really important round, right? Because they just lost all those guns in the last round, maybe when they shouldn't. They all had to reinvest, right? So now the money over there for Fnatic is a bit funny. The same for Big. So this round could be worth 2 for either side, depending on who converts right here.
Oh, Crims is a wise owl. He's definitely going to be conscious of exactly what you've outlined. So just giving it all he's got, Captain. It's such an uncomfortable place to lose the bomb, though. And it's going to come down to frags. tabseN's made it... Oh, there's some info. Oh, I think he's got both info. I think he might have spotted a barrel as well. Uh-oh. tabseN strafes out. It doesn't seem to matter when they know he's coming. Still gets the frags. And a tuft of the tongue for Crims as he got a lot of opportunities into the 1v2 there.
Oh, now that extra little hunt onto Gade gets spicy because Fnatic, we got 3.1 on Crims, 1.8 on Mezzy, 1.8 on Jacquinho, 1.4 on Alex, and 3.1 on Brawler. Right? Like, they would have had a bunch more cash. Maybe not a huge amount more cash, but definitely enough to justify like a full-on force buy with all the trimmings. Here it's a force buy with 3 Galils, a Scout, and 2 Deagles.
And I fear what I noticed there in the replays was a gap in their smokes. Perhaps that's why they ran into Gade so panicked. They were just trying to get across that gap. They were getting tagged by tabseN, and Gade just got the finishing blows. And tabseN having no issues once again, making it costly for Fnatic to descend.
Oh, but the bomb is in their remit. This time, look how passive it is over towards the back of lobby. Well, that could have gotten interesting if Alex had the kill, but now they're just going to be floundering. Fnatic have the territory, they don't have the bomb, and they're just walking into more and more big members who are going to farm up with these SMGs.
Nice.
Keto makes his MP9 sing. And it is this force buy of Crims and Mezzy that shouldn't be too much longer for round number 9. tabseN continues to execute, continues to find impact. It's another 2-piece for him in the round.
4 bullets, Crimsy boy. Getting pushed now. And just in that blind spot.
Let him get it. Let him farm it. Let him have it. Oh, he'll take it. And he gets the M4. So now it will be Fnatic onto an eco. So that clutch with Crimson the 1-on-2 was actually worth 3 rounds.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's ooh, bit of a spicy one. Now, we have to keep our eyes on the smoke walls towards Yard to see, first of all, if it's a unforced error or if it's a forced error.
Yeah,
if Big are throwing the molly, yeah, then you have to ask the question, okay, well, do Fnatic know how they're going to deal with this? Have they had enough time with Alex to work out, all right, this is how we're going to maneuver forward, right? What are our protocols? How do we react if they do this? Do we have an extra smoke? Okay, the waterfall.
Yeah, baiting in tabseN as well, bounding into Gade. Lovely. Textbook stuff out of Big Clan, well handled.
Okay, so we went from a 3-4 where Fnatic seemed like they had a bit of an upper hand to now a 6-4 scoreline. 3 on the trot for Big to get them to this juncture.
But the smoke wall conversation you just outlined, now is the time to see how they react to it. I think my initial knee-jerk reaction would be, let's just do it late.
Yeah, that's one way to solve the problem, right? You could definitely just opt for that, and then the CTs burn a Molotov for nothing,
Precisely.
right? So I'm looking, I'm flying around in the Go TV right now. I'm keeping my eyes on Yard, see if we do see a molly. They haven't thrown one this time round, so nothing to unravel a wall towards Yard, and Fnatic haven't thrown the smokes of their own. So this one will just be stalled out for a little bit here. Never mind, tabseN.
Okay, so
Alex likes that.
He went looking very early on, and that's an aggressive angle for tiziaN to try and take.
Feels like overpass CT side.
It does.
Just taking some fights.
I just got flashbacks.
They have to really consider their options now because down a man and a lot of time on the clock here. Do they go searching? CSGO certainly does.
Well, you get your late outside smokes after all. And the gift of that opening frag becomes all the more potent. They've gone for the warehouse L-Ben smokes. And CSGO's got no information other than the ability to stare at those smokes. Jacquinho lingers on T roof.
So it's a top split.
It's a top pop, 2 from main side. Attention drawn. tiziaN, how does he get 2? Wow. And now the rotate's in. He's managed to pull this straight back into a competitive round now, and pressure on Fnatic. They want to get that bomb down. Gade arrives right on the scene. Nearly 2. Need the big one out of Jacquinho, and he has delivered CSGO to come up clutch, and I think Jacquino's going to get flicked on. CSGO very snappy. And a nade with Crim's name on it. Oh, Searson makes it look easy. A stylish 1v2, just as Fnatic got their teeth into a potential fifth.
Thank Gade for that one there. The fact that he just drops into the site in that fashion, right? You could see there was a molly on the deck. I think that was maybe even a molly that they threw. So into their own flames, 1.5, and that damage facilitated an easy 1v1 for Searson. Now, definitely not easy, but with that low HP, looks that way. A 7-4 the score reads, and that was at 138. So tabseN getting quite aggressive there.
I don't know who to thank more for the round. Like Gade, admittedly, yeah, lots of damage finished off by the Searson clutch, but don't even forget,
That's right.
Tizian's responsible for Squeaky,
yeah,
and he kills two.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, let's go. Tizian, you get one thumb up. Gade, you can have the other.
Okay.
Right, between the two of them, and then Searson, you get the 2-on-1.
Yeah.
But look, maybe you don't get all the props.
It's got to feel really good for tabseN, right? When you're so used to being the star player that has to get a frag or two to convert a round, to go aggressive, F it up, and then proceed to see the round converted by your boys.
Yeah, well, they're down secret.
Gade, 2. When most would get 1.
How did he transfer to that? There's been some great little moments this game.
Oh, they're really bullying Fnatic now. Like when Big Clan get into this mindset, they just keep the foot on the throat. Mezzi's been handed something here.
Look how quick this is. They're really just turning the screws here. Like a lot of these deaths, especially if you died from silo, pretty annoying.
Mezzi, let's see that game brain flow. He's got 60
A
seconds.
smoke and a molly.
Smoke molly, and what's the info he's working with now? He has no, he's lost Tizian completely. You can assume lobby's been pushed. He's got so many question marks to answer. Bloody hell.
Well, neither of these guys have a kill. So you're operating under the fact that you know Searson has the AWP. That's one thing, right, that you know. The rest of it is a bit more of a mystery. He's giving away a lot of info now. He's dropped the one-way smoke, giving himself an opportunity to peer on in. More util with the sound cues, and slip down silently. So he's going to get the bomb down. They'll note his position. He is locked in. We'll have to deal with Tizian first.
All right, Mezzi. See what you're made of. Health disadvantage, but still stands strong into the first. He is being flanked. Oh, but he's aware. Mezzi turns it around for Fnatic. Now that's impact.
Oof. Pedestrian looking there for a while, wasn't it? Just casual. Yeah, looking main, looking heaven. Easy kills come his way. And back the clutches go. And this is how it started. Just pistols down secret. We're talking, oh, that can't be happening.
I can't believe it's falling apart like that.
That was a 2v4.
Well, Mezzi got the opening one onto Gade, right? Then finishes it off with 2 of his own.
Yeah, so 2v4.
Big impact from the Brit. Oh, this could be the very quick end to that hype. Let's see what happens on this yard gap. Is there one? There is.
Yeah, that's a forced error there. You can see the molly of the CTs just on top of main.
Naughty Big Clan. Do they have a reaction? Fnatic haven't had an answer when their smokes get disrupted like this. They tend to just try anyway. And oh, the flash is good. Too many men. Keto even trades. There's more from Fnatic here. 2 on main side. Flank from Alex is quick. And if Mezzi can continue to draw attention with his double already, he's sticking around yard. Alex with some serious space. I mean, tabseN's going to consider it, but at what point? Look at the control he's got. It's 1 minute on the clock, Chad.
Yeah, well, now he's tucked himself here. If he heads towards ramp...
What is going on, Dan?
Well, they have to clear ramp and then get the bomb towards lower. Tizian, I don't think he'll push past this point. At least he shouldn't without a Q. And they can slip down to ramp for free, but it looks like big CT setup is already allowing that. Tizian, oh, that's a lot of info.
Wow, so much information. He timed that to perfection. Now they'll go loudly. All of that potent flank potential now denied. It's just... He's just one of the assault, and Gade again, who's been very impactful so far for Big Clan, the new addition. Stands his ground. Mezzi's better. 3 in this round from Mezzi after his 1v2. And he might even get more. Tizian's back his turn. Mezzi strikes for a 4th. He sends Big Clan packing, and tabseN's the last to close his suitcase. Alex should clear him here. Fnatic make it 6, just when I was starting to feel like Big Clan were running away with it, getting into their overpass CT aggressive mojo. We're right back.
And they can win the half. Fnatic are in a position right now where they can actually win the half. Lots of bonus. Yeah, it's only at 2,400 in the next round. So, Big have to take an eco here. And then off the back of that eco, they're going to be operating with 4 out of their 5 players who will have suboptimal buys, right? Unless they go, like this is what I'm talking about with tabseN, Tizian, Keto, and Gade. They're all operating with just around that 2K mark.
Oh, lovely. This is a dream as well. When Crims goes in and, I was going to say, has nothing to report. I think that was just a USB through smoke. Mezzi took a bit of a chunk, and now our Fnatic will be taking that top side.
Get on the hut, boys. Boost up. When you get this much room, right, get on the hut, boost up, get that space. Keep Heaven mollied like this. And by the time Crims is perched, you now can't do little flash tricks. Hello.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Crims evades the refrag and falls into place nicely for Fnatic. It's exactly what you'd have wanted out of a round like that. Beautifully converted using Crim's bouncy Mac 10 to get that information relatively safely. He even gets a couple of frags for good measure.
Okay, so let's see how many emissions there truly are. tabseN is lucky that he has the Silence Stem 4. That's going to get him Kevlar with all the nades besides the molly. CSGO has the AWP and a flash with Kevlar. See, Tizian's operating with an MP9. Keto's operating with a FAMAS. So they have 2 Molotovs between the 5 of them here and 1 defuse kit. Let's see, Fnatic, this is your round to win.
Certainly is, but CSGO once again patrols with his AWP. Tizian's timing on his lobby aggresses have been fantastic. Crim's going for a silent walkout amongst the vent smoke. So they might be setting up for some util here, and oh, Crim's given the opportunity onto Keto, and he will seize it. Opts to dip back away. That's going to get the alarm bells ringing for Big Clan, though. And Tizian just living in that off angle. He'll get info and just a touch of his movement keys. And Alex, a sitting dark. Tizian, you naughty boy, he gets away with murder there. And that's going to spur them into the top side. tabseN tested, big from Jaquinho, and Tizian's got nothing to say either. Wow, quick recovery from Fnatic. They reacted quite swiftly to the info that Tizian provided.
2 on 4. I don't think there's a hope here.
Oops.
Team flash.
Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah, maybe one on the Irons and not the Zwei. I think this is 8 for Fnatic. I don't see how they lose this.
Yeah, it'd be very hard to. And Mezzi doing what he does best, makes it 14 on the half, but it's 8. Fnatic have won out the T side of our third map decider. It's a compulsory win for both of them, and new look Fnatic are competitive.
Hey Future Pros! I saw Big doing a nifty little boost on Nuke during the European Minor Open qualifiers, so I thought I'd quickly show you all how to recreate it. To do this boost, you'll need 2 Future Pros and 1 AWP. Future Pro number 1, you'll be acting as the stool. It's important work and your contribution is appreciated. Run over and hop onto the far left railing and crouch down. When Future Pro 2 is on your head, stand when they jump and then just chill out. Future Pro number 2, you will get to have all the fun. Follow Future Pro 1 and get onto their head using the close railing. Jump again to allow your stool to stand. Now aim towards this gap and line yourself up so this railing lines up with the edge of the direct close wall. Position your scope so you're aiming just below the painted blue section. Then fire your AWP when the timer is just about to change from 148 to 147. Here you can see the exact moment when CSGO made his shot. And that's it. With a bit of luck and a willing teammate, I'm sure you can hit this shot at least 1 in every 100 rounds. Good luck.
I don't normally do this, Chad,
Okay, we'll do it.
but who
Dares wins.
who have you got for this last half of play?
With
With your brain, not that heart. I know you wear it on your sleeve.
I think Fnatic are in the power position to win.
Okay.
Now that that's come out of my mouth,
You have to
I'm going to
justify it.
start to question the CT side rotations.
Look, honestly, they look good against Na'Vi. Like they could handle it.
Yeah, so that's where the question mark is going to come in. With a new team, CT side rotations and how you handle that, that is the biggest question mark and probably the biggest caveat in them picking up the victory here, because 8 rounds on the T-half, that's enough.
Mezzy! 1 for 1. They want to go top. The bomb's loose in Hut. Crims just cancels his contest and instead just returns for a pistol round. My God, okay, that finished a lot quicker than I anticipated. A quick double out of Alex wraps things up as he went for an unarmored solo yard play with a HE. I wondered what on earth he was going to do with that, but didn't get any test there. Instead, it's Fnatic and Mezzy passing its first test as well. So the pistol round, story of Fnatic's successes as we discussed.
So well, that's 4 out of 6 for them?
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6.
For Fnatic.
So just above that 50% mark. And now, well, they have to withstand the force buy of Big. And if they do that, they're looking hot to convert
really
Nuke.
set. Like you've been given all the pieces you need. It's just about putting it together. That's an if. Nice timed smoke from the Big Clan boys. That'll give them yard control. A little bit of a nade to soften up Tabson's Deagle project. And Giacchino, he has a scout and his responsibility is yard.
Yeah, I think that with this setup and Giacchino being so passive, they are giving a lot of room for Big to work with here. Brolin is being pushed. Yeah, and this is a problem. Tizian just lays him out. Giacchino, well, he's about to...
He's so aware.
He knows?
He knows.
Or he thinks he knows.
Oh dear, Fnatic have had a couple of nasty blows thrown their way. Tabson's beaten out Giacchino. Hell favors Big Clan as well as the numbers game. They lost their ramp player, they lost their yard player, and now they're just treading water. Searson out-aimed. Crims gets that for free. Now don't forget, Tabson's the one with the bomb. And so with Keto descending, it looks like they might want to go top with Heaven. That's brave. It's worked out for them somehow, some way. Both on the side. The nade looks destined for success. Mezzy doesn't quite finish the job, but he will with the MP9. Bomb spotted, loose on the A side.
Yeah, needs to give Alex a chance to work right now. Oh, stuck on the vent. The worst place to be. He needs to be bailed out. Bigger looking good now.
Yeah, the nade's not bad. It's poor Mezzy, 30 HP. He'd have to be an incredible clutch here, and Keto just denies it. And so, that silver platter you were discussing is now up for debate. Big Clan return the favor with a second round force.
Well, this is just how the first half went, didn't it? Big, they picked up their CT-sided pistol, and then Fnatic bounced back and convert.
I see two double ecos for Giacchino and Brolin.
Yeah, like this is the thing. So what happens is when the money, you get the 1,400 loss bonuses, it's almost an automatic force buy, and then the eco in the next with the 1,900 loss bonus, right? Because, yeah, by that point you get the 1,900 plus the 24, and then you get the sprinkles on top, which is the kills that you get, or anything along those lines. 1 CZ up 2 CZ, so that's interesting. One of which is in Alex's hands, and I think he wants to be hot on their tails here.
He's heard so much. I don't suspect he'll get much, but crawling.
He's actually slipped the net because there was a...
Oh. He's made a bit too much noise. Gates waiting for him.
No nets. It's not a net. It's like troll fishing, which I think is with nets.
Yeah, very big net.
But it's not the net you guys are thinking about. It's a big net. The Eagles to the belly, close range. Are they going to force the door? They are.
Need a lot more than that to convince me. Giacchino, just the one. Loads of time for them to get this bomb down, and Crim's just now descending in those vents. Good check from Searson. He's not going to let that one slip.
That even is micro decision making. I quite like it, right? Because when they go up to window side, normally teams have 2 ways they like to take lower. One is go up to that window side and then smoke and molly off the top ramp. The other is go out the decon door and underhand the smoke and be able to get yourself to the back side. There's obviously many ways to do it, but when the team goes up towards window, you're expecting probably 2 players there once they've got control. So swinging open the door, you're probably only expecting 1 to be behind it there. So interesting round, but now we have the full eco, and Big, they can take the lead if they Don't go down to these USPs. They will be sitting on 10 rounds.
Yeah, I think Big are going to say 9-9.
Aha. Na'Vi Mao's up next for all of y'all who are going to be hanging around to watch every game today.
Dude, I'm excited to see a bit more Rops in the server. Didn't get to see his Cologne level pop off in his first game. He did have an incredible set of circumstances and performances over at Cologne for his squad.
What?
Did Brolin straight up?
Did he pretend he was a dead body?
No, he turned himself into like the ladder. I think he was playing prop hunt. That is funny. Good catch from the Obs team, but yeah, just a bit of fun for Brolin now. He's going to have to do it with his weapon. 7 frags to his name so far. We'll see how in that one in the replay. 1, 2, so there's 4 of them.
He's just flashed. He just flashed. If you don't make any movements, they can't see you.
Right. Looks a bit quick. At least the util will be. Throwing some stuff out. Cross smokes there. Jaquinho versus Searson in this head-to-head. I'd be a bit sketched out if I'm young Jaquinho. A close game again. His AWPing could be the differentiating factor between the two of them. And Searson seems to be on the ball today. He knows they're close. Crosshair established, not falling foul to any of the baity shots. This is an important head-to-head for Fnatic's chances of Yard. Keto could flash him, that would be a problem for the Searson clear. Yep, it's coming. Flash and a Searson peek. Bang. Nice from Jaquinho, who was a smoke instead, so he lives on. Now they know where he is. It has resulted in a man advantage. And the bomb's out Yard too, Chad.
Oh, he's seen that. Jaquinho's going to call that right now to the team. So the fact that Keto's gotten past, it does take away the vision, but he still has to play this fight. Keto trying to get a better angle here as he works around towards Hell.
Someone's going to acknowledge. I think Brolin's closest and will find and collect. Okay, so Jaquinho, heavy impact in frag and info.
Down the vent, maybe?
It seems to be the case. I mean, main smoke, they can go both ways. Crim's with, oh, the tail end of the assault. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. That's the bomb carrier. He'll take a double. There's more where that came from. And gets the info. Gade thrust into an impossible scenario. He'll grab the bomb. He might even slip the vents, but Alex is waiting for you.
Perfect angle here. Alex has this. Gade will swing it open. Gade will go down. And Alex got himself an AK-47 for his troubles. So, yeah, good one there from Jaquinho. Passing the test and staying alive, right? So the kill was great. His life, even more. And you can just see the game does become more about, like, the inches, right? Because Brolin was worrying about this, but you can just see how tentative he is. Like, he's not just running there to cover it when the net's been slipped. He's taking his time, being very cautious. We're back again, tied up at 10-10. Both teams with a bye one more time. Crim still wielding that MP9.
Jaquinho wants this. And helps to descend the ladder as his team's smoke arrives. Now, Searson, actually the first man to make it to Secret. They're taking the AWP down Secret. Think out loud with me, Chad. The bomb's left at spawn. You've got Searson posted up here. I suppose he can just hang out here and threaten Heaven and Yard side late. Yeah,
it feels like they're probably going to go back to either towards that main control or for something more Yard heavy, right? Just parking him here gives him the flexibility to peek out later. Now,
yeah, he got slipped on once. I don't know. Marley is kind of on his toes and he'll throw out one of his own.
Yeah, so they're just leaving Searson. Look at this, like Tabson's even moving further away from him here. So this is like leaving Tabson at mid doors on Dust 2. When they rotate for a top hit or to help lower, Searson's just going to pick them apart, or at least that's the plan.
If Searson scopes, though, Alex would have the audible. Oh, I think he might have just double scoped, not sure, not certain.
Same position's going to do him again here.
Yeah, Keto. Keto's down and everyone's fine. Everything's cool. No sweaty palms
25 seconds,
Alex.
though. They got to get moving.
They do, but who's down there? It's Jaquinho's AWP, and he's already good for 2. Solid pair of frags. He heard the vents. He's ready for you as well, Gade. Feed me. And they do jump straight into the jaws of Jaquinho. Tizian does try and get the plant down. Bullets will be thrown his way.
Oh!
Oh, and they deny it as well. No way.
No scope through the smoke right there. So good stuff from Jacquinho, and that's actually the important round to win. That plant could have put Big in a position to go for a buy right now, and without it, you might just have to swallow the bitter pill of a partial buy. Alex almost made a meal of that one.
Opponent in the back, of course. Keto's movement a little harder to track. And yeah, Jacquinho, good work from him. You know, he doesn't look flustered at all.
Yeah.
He looks like he's back into his standard self, not too in his own head as well. I know I would be.
This is more like his overpass performance from earlier today than his Dust 2 performance from just before. So this is good. You definitely need an AWPer online in today's Counter-Strike. Just ask G2.
Crims is actually ready to dunk you with his incendiary. He nades off the door, or through the door. Ouch, the damage is high. Alex for the re-smoke. They are slipping through. Mezzi, watch out. Tizian slip in the net, and Alex is just there for the massacre. Anyone else want to throw themselves down into that?
Oh!
They're going to be 4 rounds away from taking the series up against a new look big clan.
New look everything. New season, new look, Alex.
Yeah, everything does look and feel a little different. Certainly this Fnatic roster, you wouldn't have anticipated a constellation like this just 6 months ago.
No, and look, their downfall happened pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
You think about last year.
You see their world ranking?
Yeah, it's not great.
Like,
To put it this way, last year when we cast the first season of Pro League, they won it.
last year.
Last year.
You're right.
So was 3 seasons ago.
But
just shows you how quickly they declined it. Like after that, they just dropped off the cliff. Yeah, that was it.
So from a year ago, as Chad has highlighted, they've fallen to 50th in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that is such a drop-off for a team that were winning pro leagues and were, legendary names with new up-and-coming rising stars combined into a potent mix. It's a new look Fnatic, and they are just 4 rounds away from breaking the big clan boys. It could very well be another, aggressive out of Jacquinho. He's up against pistols. He could get overrun here, Chad. He could, but he won't. Bomb carrier down. A second falls, and it looks perfect for Fnatic. This is textbook. A dreamy conversion of a must-win round. Call it 13. Here we go. It's game time, and Jacquinho's getting a lot of confidence-boosting frags. He's closing in on 20 of his own. You can see the Coinbase charts there as well. It's going to be a lot of cash to splash. Jacquinho's even got 10 grand spare for the tail end of this final half.
What an odd mix of players, isn't it? Actually, the more you point it out, and the more I reflect on it, is just very strange. Leading the charge right now, we've got Mezzi towards the top. Crims on 17, 16 for Jacquinho. Alex on 16 as well. Or is that 18? Jeez, I might need glasses.
Both.
It is 18, not 16. I do need glasses. Okay, so Mezzi at the top with 19, 18 for Jacquinho, 17 for Crims, 16 for Alex. Brolin on 8. I don't know if Brolin was activated here as well. This would just be all over Red Rover. It's not like he's even needed to do anything from ramp,
Can I
really.
not use the ramp excuse? Yeah, like the poor guy hasn't had anything to do.
He died once, and then they lost that round, so...
Yep,
all right.
that was about it.
Yeah. See what else he can find here. 13 to 10.
Game on. I do see Crims has been given the lovely extra bonus of that one-shot headshot, so we'll see where he chooses to dispatch that.
Oh, late smokes here from Gade and Keto, who are still in spawn.
Look at this aggression.
Yeah, they have a lot of room. There's still 2 players literally in T-spawn for big.
Mezzi's even coming to join the pack. There's no one home. Flash redundant. CSGO's posted up very passive.
It's bad info, though.
Yeah. And they're not making any sound cues above them on T-roof, so this could lead to over-rotations. I wonder if Mezzi's wise to the potential for being or working with that false info.
Yeah, Mezzi's now the only one here who's in a forward position towards lobby because they flashed in and cleared, but it was a late yard smoke from big. They didn't have any intention yet, so if they heard those footsteps in the flash in lobby, they might be able to walk on in and take advantage of this. Mezzi has made the right call. He's dipped to be in a more passive position.
Yeah,
and you can see big, they're scared. They have to clear out these close corners. So just the idea of that threat is milking time off the clock.
And lovely from, it's a compliment to Fnatic and Mezzi's decision to pull back, is that they get this info now for free. It's not false info anymore. We've got so many T-nades being thrown from this lobby position. Gade to the standard molly. Brolin, you're going to have to move. Got to find a safe haven or extinguish. And they're opting for ramp. Jacquinho tested. Misses his shot. Big gap now in the CT defense. They've even got Tamsin working yard, so there's a lot of flank potential
top
here.
split, they go in heaven.
Oh, and Tabson's are really ready for this one. 2 CTs with their backs turned. He looks to strike. 3 from heaven. Oh, good find for Bronner. Bronner with a double on the descent. Tabson, they know you're coming. Mezzi looks the wrong way. Big impact from the 2 rifles remaining, and it's made it competitive after all. 10 seconds, though. That bomb needs to be going down now, and it will. Tabson to do it. Orp on the back. Giacchino opts for the Deagle to close this gap, and if he could just catch the timing, Tabson's so low. A single Deagle bullet, and he's confirmed it. Gade, 1v1 now. Crims coming in loud, and he will win it out. Call it 14. That's a big win from the Swede. A very big one. Giacchino contributes as well.
Poof. I'm impressed with that round right there. The fact that they got themselves out of position, the late round call, Brolin tucking himself with the CT vent to combo with the T vent position of Mezzi. Mezzi was peppering up, Brolin was finishing him off. And I like Mezzi, his awareness, right? After those kills came in, he was immediately attempting to cover off towards main. Now look, he died from Squeaky. It's here nor there about it, but just the fact that they were so with it, that they were ready for these type of pushes. Giacchino lucky to find the gap there, and Crims converting off that info.
Whew. They're so close, dude.
There's 2 more rounds now.
Yeah, I mean, not to get too over-romanticized, but when you are, you know, in your first couple of officials as a brand new project, lots of, you know, freshly wet ink on contracts, you do want to be able to make a statement with a big win. And a big win.
Look, I'm going to just take a look at this team in terms of the last time Fnatic as an org were winning series, right? You got to go down the list of ways. The last time that they won a series was back in... against Extremum in a spring sweet spring. So it's been some time since drinks.
Yeah, don't speak too soon, but certainly within the realms of possibility. Crims with a lot of fake noise there, trying to imply a vent rotate. He does tuck back into the top site. Oh. They're coming for you, Mezzi. He needs to find a safe haven, plays anti. Oh, so many bodies. Mezzi blinded off, and Quito opens up the site just like that. Cracks into it.
Oh, Giacchino.
Oh.
What do you think's going on there, mate? They just busted into your side.
I think he was trying to slip down the ladder and just ended up ascending. I don't know.
Yeah, well, this one's done. So Big, they don't like that conversation we just started. They want to keep our eyes focused in. Yeah. The scores that be. What is it? 14-11 now. And that was pretty easy. They just popped into top. It was a couple of mollies. You love that molly towards the back of the bomb box. You just see the constant evolution. Oh, people are playing this position all the time. Let's get a molly for that now, shall we?
I liked actually that we stayed in eyes with Mezzi for that as well, just because you got to see that, just how frustrating he had. Like let me try and phrase this correctly. He did so many things right in that reaction. He managed to evade the incendiary. He was right to anticipate anti-flashes. He turned 2, but there were 3, and ended up just fully white screen. Quito set up for success by his team. Alex not allowed to save. Now, it's not going to have ramifications into the next round of play, but it is going to start chipping away at the Fnatic bank account.
Yeah, this is going to be curious to see how they deal with the pressure down the back straight here.
Let me see if he... Yeah, still doing the flashbang dance. Tabson still gets that assist, and nasty death for Alex at the end of things. Bomb.
Oh, they've gotten the guns back out here, so no dramas for round number 26, but in future rounds, there has to be more of a financial conversation. Brolin has 7k, so he'll be able to drop, but still a talk to be had, and that's a lot of nade damage. That is a nice trade, and that is an even better follow-up.
He wants more! Going for a re-peek on a re-peek. You'll hear them as well as they descend. Not so certain now with his position. Crims has gone down elsewhere. Tizian disconnected from his squad, now down the vents. Brolin just about arrives on the scene in the nick of time. He's going to be calling for backup. He's not opted for utility. He'd rather just wait in this blind spot. Swing open of the door. Quito down. Bomb spotted. Brolin. Huge contribution from a rather quiet game of him here on Nuke. Searson's next on the list. Oh! Leaps for it, but it's not over. Tizian on Mezzi. Damn, it gets close.
Oh, some lovely shots from Tizian there as well. Almost did enough. Almost pulled them out of that hole.
Wow.
And that one was chaotic. The trading towards outside. Crims getting killed through the smoke, trying to rotate down the vent. Tizian was doing a lot in that round.
Let's see the second one as well. Yeah, Gade just about. I think that was the second his feet had touched the main, his second jump. And then commits to this. As soon as he hears that AWP shot on him, he's like, right, you're coming with me. You're coming with me.
He was, the 1-for-1 is more than enough here. Go for it, Brolin.
Full commit, hard commit. It's fun to see. Let's see what Alex can do on this yard hold. Too easy for Tabson.
Found him again.
They see that smoke and they just throw lead into it. So again, Fnatic have to stomach a man disadvantage, and Grim's very quick to start filling that gap.
Someone needs a multi here from Fnatic. I know that sounds silly because...
Are they grouping up for Aggie? Aggie lobby from ramp, dude. So this could be the double you're talking and looking for. Giacchino's behind him. Brollan's been looking pretty sharp. Oh, Giacchino won, but Gade wins his duel. And Mezzi actually striking with more aggression.
Gade's pinned here, isn't he?
He is, he can't leave. Good awareness from Mezzi. He constantly finds a way to contribute. Oh, damn, Keto's ready for him. Giacchino down as well. Looks like Big Clan is set for a 12th here. Yeah,
just too many gaps to cover there, and I think that Crims should save. The problem is, in the next round of play money, not quite there. Crims might just walk into the AWP, and he will. Sirison finds that frag, and 15-12 the scoreline reads. Now Big, they're not giving up here. Now...
those extra deaths are coming back.
Yeah, and I think right now where the money's at, next round is only going to be the loss bonus of 1,900, remember, guys. When you bottom out, you only get 1,400, which is what Crims is sitting with right now. He had nothing at the end of that round. And they could purchase in with 3 rifles here. Mezzi, Giacchino, and Brollan could all afford something of substance. Crims and Alex are going to be operating with only pistols here at best, right? So they could go for that buy. If they lose that, the scoreline will read 15-13. In the next round of play, they'll get a 1,900 loss bonus, which means they will take a save, or they could take a save. They could see that. It's going to mean that into the final round of play, round number 30, they'll have the 2,400 plus the 1,900 to give them the best looking buy they can. And let's see what financial decisions they're going for here. They could take an eco here, and then Crimson, Alex in the next round operate with SMGs, and everybody has a little bit of a better buy. It looks like they're going the conservative approach. 1,900 in the next round. 1 Deagle bought. That's it. So it's a real chance here for Big to get back into this one now. That's a missed smoke. I don't think that was a forced error whatsoever. And just a passive stance. I'm not sure Big know what to expect with the buy on the other side either.
I don't see Big lose these, gimmies very often. It feels like they're quite a diligent squad in that respect.
I think it's hard to lose one of these. The only way, I guess, is if they ran into the stack here. And even then, they'd have to do a good job. You really want to keep your eyes on Brollan, who has that deagle. If he can find a couple of missed nades.
Yeah,
couple of missed nades.
A frag as a product of it. There was supposed to be a molly on Crims's spot, but the rest is mopped up nice, easy as that.
Okay, so they took this full save on Alex and Crims there, who you can see 3.6 on Crims, 3.4 on Alex. It's not enough for a full buy, but Mezzi, Giacchino, and Brollan can, and we already had that conversation last round that they could be threatening. What that means for Crims and Alex is probably just MP9s. Crims has already bought one, and util around it. And that's serviceable on Nuke, but now the drama is for the final round of play, they'll only have 2,400. So Crims has bought in.
So it's basically win now or go OT.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering why they didn't go for the buy in the last one.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not in the timeout right now. I don't know what's being discussed.
But what your argument is that they now have 1 opportunity when there could have been 2 to try and fight for the last round.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Yeah, much better way of putting it. Whereas next round, their force buy, unless they save, is going to be much scrappier.
Yeah, so they've basically put it all on this now. Their decision-making has led them to have to defend for the conversion regulation here in round 29. Giacchino's whipping out the AWP. The money has all balanced out quite nicely. Everyone's got a full belt of utility. And only a single kit on your AWPer, so keep track of that. If Big can get themselves into a site, retaking is going to suck.
Smells like OT if they lose this one.
It really does. All right, game time, folks. Let's see if Big Clan can pull us all the way.
Noisy from Alex here. That rotation could be noted. Passive line from Brollan. Usually he's over towards ramp. That's where they put Giacchino with the AWP here. So they've talked this one through. Double nades through the skylight's not going to give them anything to work with. And Big just going through their paces here.
Ooh, careful now. That's a bit aggressive out of Alex, but it will force out util and get Big Clan aware that the secret stairs is out of action. Fortunately for Big Clan, that wasn't part of their intention. They're going for a top pop.
I think Alex has noted a lot off of that. Here we go.
Yep, they're coming for you, Crimsy boy. He's got an MP9. Mezzi completely Molotov'd out, and it already reeks of overtime.
Save call.
2 frags found. Holding on to these is very important now, but also the hunt for Big Clan could have a lot of ramifications. This could be a very intense 40 seconds for Fnatic. Hold your nerve. You're going to be condemned to nothing more than the clothes you arrived in if you do not hold on to your rifle.
They may as well hunt here. There's money to do so.
Yeah, man. Tizian's going to clear him as well. It's not like he's not going to clear this corner. Bron's got to win this duel, and then... Oh, never mind. Don't need the and then. Tizian's too good.
Okay, well, if they can hold this Jacquinho AWP and the Alex Famous, I say with a grimace, it's better than nothing. Bomb goes off. 14 secured for Big, and that financial decision may come back to bite Fnatic here if they cannot convert right here, right now. Going into the OT, the core of Big have been there many times compared to that of Fnatic. Well, actually, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be... just very familiar territory, I'll say that, for Alex and Mezzy.
True, because all the Cloud9 games.
All of the Cloud9 games where
Close.
it was like OT into a loss, into a force buy loss, into another close regulation 16-14 loss. This would be par for the course for the Fnatic project. At least the new British elements of it.
Oh, miss smoke again there. So they've...
Something's happened. Something's fishy.
I'm curious as to what's missing there. There have been a few miss nades out of Big. Maybe there's something that I'm misunderstanding. Another one. All right.
Flustered.
Little bit.
Tizian still got himself the opening frag, and that was Jacquinho of all scalps to take. Oh. Pressure now. Gade's ready for the walk-in. Rollins not. OT, OT. Never much love when we go OT. Alex disagrees. Crims could do something here. Oof, Keto too good, and now they can just pivot top side. It does leave Mezzy with a recovered AWP. Mezzy the AWPer. Nah, not to be. Searson perfectly timed as he pinces in. And we'll finish it off right there. Overtime, boys and girls. We're going the distance. Big Clan and Fnatic inseparable in regulation. And it's not dissimilar to what we saw previously. Overtime against Na'Vi, now overtime against Big Clan Fnatic. Familiar territory. We'll take a quick break. Well, folks, 15 apiece. Big Clan and Fnatic so close, we couldn't quite separate them in regulation, so it requires MR3 16K. Chad's not going to be talking about the money now. I guess you're going to be talking about all that bloodshed. It's going to be a full defense, and actually I'm seeing 3 orgs straight out of the gate from Fnatic, which I'm impressed by. Mezzi's looked very comfortable on it. Let's see if the rest can imply as just as much proficiency.
I might not be talking about the economy, Alex, but if Fnatic lose this game, I'm sure Yanko on the desk will be with the decisions towards the tail end for Fnatic in regulation.
Hey,
but
that's aggressive.
it is something.
He's so exposed to Silo, though. It's up to who moves first. Smoked off, he calls it off. Really? Returning.
Okay, all right.
Returning to it. He really likes it. I like the pep. I like the confidence. He smoked off. Oh, so close. Just whistles past the belly button lint.
Oh, Alex is scared. He's hearing so many steps.
It's a deeper hold, though. He can drop a smoke on that, can he? He doesn't have one.
He really needs to be careful. Like, very, very careful. Right now, he's the only player towards the lower bomb site.
And the whole squad's there.
There's no real rotation point for him either. Like, nobody's close vent at this juncture. Brolin is the only individual who would drop down for ramp. So, Alex, you can't go down here.
Boost the AWP, he's dead.
Oh, no. The boost used against them this time round.
Yeah, should we just call this one off, or there's going to be so much util on the big clan belts? Like, you're not going to play ramp. It's over. You'll be smoked. You'll be flashed and molotoved, and hard one to break back into. Mezzi's going to have a look.
I don't think he should. I know it's 16K. That's going to matter for the AWP of Jaquinho. So maybe he goes in late. Mezzi and Crims.
Kick a bit.
Yeah, be some curious cats.
I just don't see a way, a world.
Oh, there's a chance.
Yeah,
that's
Thompson
something.
Put his head in the crosshairs. Maybe a late commitment.
This is going to be real late, isn't it?
Duel.
Boys, we going?
Oh, is it happening? No, it's not.
anymore.
Oh, Jaquinho's full committed.
Oh.
Haven't
quite ironed out the kinks of how they want to approach those situations just yet, it appears. Look, there should be enough money for the buys, right? It is 16K, but if you just AWP 3 rounds in a row, unless they dropped in one, right? Normally what I do, right, everybody, is get somebody to drop the AWP for your AWP in the first round.
And then they can be as greedy as they want.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it means that you, as probably the in-game leader, suffer the most, but that's what we do as in-game leaders. We suffer.
For the cause.
For the cause.
Oh, kind of felt like the Riders of Rohan then. Galloping off into battle. I cried at that scene, by the way. They were all chanting death. They just were shouting death and galloping towards imminent death.
Yep.
Weeping in my hotel room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tearjerker.
A real tearjerker. Like so. Now with 2 down the vents, or excuse me, 1 down and fragging. That's a nasty opening death for Jaquinho to concede. What's happening here? Big Clan's T side have been given 2 ways in. 2 rounds in a row.
I need to ask some questions here. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, pause for a sec, because they're going re-aggressing into the stack. It's exactly what Big Clan wanted.
Well, Fnatic is just falling apart here. Alex is next on their laundry list, and Brolin the final man to find. The double nades that they threw through the skylights, is that what damaged Tizian and Gade? Or at least one of the 2?
I don't know.
I think that maybe it was. But, yeah, look, it's just a bit of an odd timing. The round worked out absolutely perfectly, and I think Tizian has been great in a lot of these scenarios and just finding some space to work with here. Brolin, AK in hands, it's just getting into the OT. Bigger showing, a bit more consistency here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll be honest, they've probably played a whole lot more Nuke overtimes as a 4
Yes.
than Fnatic have played as a 5, that's for sure.
So they've been able to drop that AWP across anyway. The buys are all good in the hood.
They'd love one, Chad.
They'd love one.
Absolutely love one. This was, it's hard to watch because you know how effective it has been for Fnatic in regulation, but it seemed like Big Clan kind of just booked Fnatic and they fell foul to exactly what Big were waiting for.
They've answered the riddle.
They did.
They've solved the puzzle.
I don't expect to see lobby aggression in our final round of play. Jaquinho has been an opening death. Let's see if he can evade that.
Alex is pushing. Tabson, are you going to clear?
I suspect not. And they was all alone, so that's going to get the CTs ready for the top pop. very loud descent into the vent as well.
Yeah, just doing a top hit here could be great.
I got 3 CTs to receive him. I'm quietly confident Fnatic should be able to convert this if Big were to all-in commit. Deep smoke thrown out by Mezzi. So they're going to have to respect that. That buys you some time. Ramp info, currently nothing to report from Brollan.
They're out of smokes now to defend with.
Nothing yard. Giacchino calls it clear. So they've really got their feckles up for this defense. And you say Tizian's been good at finding impact frags. Let's see if he can do it again. And he has. Despite the health disadvantage, he wins his duel. The flames are perfect. That will burn him down. And they have to deny it. They run straight through the flames. They're down the vents. The bomb's going lower. No one's there to receive them. Brollan might have to be called into action early, because that bomb will go lower. Alex wins out on the late lurk. Bomb down lower. Searson, Wertz checking on him. Just about late on the flank. Oh my god, he's got 2 bags turned. Mezzi too aware. It should be a Fnatic 16th. Gade, newest addition with a whole squad to beat. And he starts off with the headshot onto Brollan. Utility dumped, he's got a flash, and he beats out with it. That's the end of that. And Fnatic, they'll take 1 of the 3 available. Big 17, Fnatic 16, swapping sides, swapping halves.
Okay, well, 1st to 19 is the magic number in OT number 1.
They looked better on their T side than they did at the CT side at times.
Yeah, that right there. They just either misread the situation or just weren't quite ready for what Big was throwing. But this time around, Alex get 1 step ahead and gives them an opening field to work with, which Tizian did a good job to bring on back, but Alex getting in the thick of things. Gade with an attempt. Right, this is one of those scenarios we're going to give it a crack, but here we go. Second half underway. 5 AKs, no T-sided AWP, and smokes towards Yard, immediately deployed. No gap in the smoke this time round. Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe there is.
He's working with someone. And Mezzi just gets put through the grinder. He needs to see someone return the frag, and they do return the favor, descending now down the secret stairs. And no CTs in warehouse, so Brollan knows it's not a lot of info for the CTs. Suspicious smoke.
Yeah, they kind of would like some more ladder control here. Brollan's currently working on that.
Yeah, but Kito's jiggles might result in Brollan getting caught out. His flight path looks pretty good. And, ooh, Tabson's jump for info has got him a lot of info. They evade the nade, but... Oh, Brollan.
He's heard the drop-off of heaven there as well.
So he's going to relay that to his team.
This is a difficult clear for him. Gate behind this box. I don't know if you're going to go deep enough if you're Brollan. It's just
true.
An extra check.
Yeah,
it's not going to clear it. He's not going to clear it.
So it's if Gade takes a little cursory glance.
If they just keep waiting,
Oh,
timing.
If it's Brollan, he will convert. Now Tabson's got to worry about 2 different places. He's looking the wrong way. Bullets into his backside, leaves just Searson and Kito tying it up here, Fnatic. Giacchino, he sees you, executes well. Oh, Kito with the multi-kill. They're running out of time. He's caused so much chaos. Brollan pulls it back into contention. Searson can deny it all here. He's gone unannounced. It's a plan for Decon. It's all over for Fnatic. He can just survive. Alex, what do you do? Searson's too good, and what a denial. Coming up clutch. Oh, for Fnatic, it was just a question of getting that bomb down. A lot of the heavy lifting had come through from Brollan. And it was Kito who really completely disturbs the whole lay of the land. We'll see that again. Great start from Tizian. Fnatic recover. And you think when Brollan's getting frags like this, you're booked. But little did they know Kito was not only going to get 1, it's this second that time becomes a factor. Oh, utter chaos. And Searson, he just goes straight for the decon door. Perfect timing. Problems now big. 1 round away. Could be a couple of frags away. Brollan's going outside fast. Tizian's lingering in that main smoke again. Trying to be a nuisance. He's such a nuisance, is Tizian. Keeping you on notice. Every smoke gimmick, he's there. Traded by Mezzi this time. And Mezzi with a double entry. He wants to take this site. He's paid a heavy price. He's softened up.
Look where Searson's hiding.
What is he doing? Okay. Well, he's lost Tabson while he waits his time. He's lost everyone Yard, but Searson...
This is weird.
It is very odd.
This is really weird.
He might assume it's clear, and he's got the trigger discipline. If he gets this and then Mezzi...
Oh, you start to wonder what's possible, don't you?
You do. And when Searson's in play as well.
All right, one final crack of the whip here, or we go double OT.
Tizian demo as a main player, though, might have to check that out. He's definitely got it well drilled. His reactions to like your typical different wall smokes, the different sound cues, he's got it all well drilled in his head and was a threat this time, though. Nicely finished off by Fnatic. It was Mezzi, actually, that double entry that sealed it. 26 for him in total. All right, last round of our first overtime here. Third map, first series. T-side AWP is in play, as is that CT AWP. CSN posted up. And walking up. He wants to punish the late arrival to lobby, and that would be
down
Mezzi.
to timing.
How aware are you, young Mezzi dog? CSN so happily comfortable in Squeaky. Patience a virtue in Counter-Strike. I think Mezzi's gonna flash it. Wow, and CSN's dead. Great reaction, he's read that to perfection, and now Fnatic 4 frags away from saying play on. Keto, the util is too much, he's suffocated on the site. Heaven's the problem, it's a priority. Oh, it's working wonderfully. Tizian the only one to cause a bit of a problem, and he's causing so much of a stir. It's delayed them significantly. Gade, unfortunately, all the way from Yard, and they say play on. OT2 locked in.
Oh, I cannot believe the flash from Mezzi there. That is insane. That's some heads-up Counter-Strike. That is some very diligent stuff. I was kind of just stun-locked a bit that he even went for that, right? You're not expecting somebody, well, at least we're not expecting somebody to creep up in Squeaky like that, but Mezzi is. And then you can see they clamp down on this top side. They do a top split through main. You're right, Tizian the only one to kick up a bit of a fuss.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I think Mezzi, like I'm trying to put together what he's worked with to make that decision. He knows the door's blown off and he knows there's no CT smoke on it. Wow, Mezzi catching the Tabson aggress. He has found a huge opener to this overtime. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get away from that. He's pretty hard committed to the yard walk. It's going to get the main player at least a little concerned, so that's mission accomplished.
Event drops a problem as well here, so Big are asking a lot of questions. So unless that they start to go for an aggressive lobby maneuver, they're just going to sit and be dictated to once more. And we've seen both of these teams. Oh.
Is he really pushing it? Oh, dead man. Booked. He knows the main player has gone pushing, though. Now's the time to strike. It means it's just Keto. Ding, down. They exchange a lot of blows. Crims takes one with him. That's actually CSN down and out, and the bomb should be going down shortly. No CTs in that lower site. Keto starting to piece it together now. Alex caught out. There's a man advantage on this descent.
Low HP.
Could be more where that came from. Brolin's responsibility is the secret, and I think he's aware now that Keto, coming down to his terrain. Oh, he's opened the door and Keto's going to be hunting him. Jakino, look at this. Proactive AWPing on a crucial round of play. Leaves it all onto Gade and just doesn't have the time for this. Just doesn't have the time, no hope. Fakes it out, hoping Brolin swings open those doors willy-nilly. Brolin not even going to give you anything. It's just Jakino. And 28 for him. What a great recovery. Just back-to-back days. The whole world trying to eat you alive on one. And responding with a intense overtime brawl up against Berlin International Gaming.
Yeah, and it's been pretty even fragging from everybody here in the server today, especially on Nuke. I think the high end right now is Mezzi on 29. You got 28 for Jaquinho, 27 for Gade on the other side of things. Everybody on Big with 23 kills, Tabson with 22. Brolin's the only one who's been, really behind the 8-ball, and we're starting to see a little bit more impact from him in this OT. Up to 17 kills now.
But this was the case over on the first day of play as well, with the even kill distribution at least. Seeing everyone pull their weight, obviously not at all times. We talked about Jakino having a quiet nuke, this time not the case.
Interesting, yeah, timeouts left in overtime is one of those things we don't normally see. Most teams have normally bled through them by this point, so good to get one of those in.
I'm also interested what spurred Mezzi to go for such an Aggie yard fight. He went straight over Silo in the opening round of overtime. This time, Yard's a little more occupied, and Jakino goes hunting. Looking for a wild Searson. And the flashes do force Tabson back into a bit more of a passive line. That's another opener for Fnatic.
Tabson twice in a row falling here, so...
Oh, they've got so much map control as well now. Like, you've got pressure onto Searson. He's fallen and made his presence clear. He's responsible for ramp as well. So people having to spin multiple plates for Big Clan.
Yeah, they've lost so much space, you're right. Well, they don't really know what's coming their direction.
Yeah, Sisson's actually... Oh, pushing for lobby, but it's Crims with a interesting timing. Oh, he gets them both. Inexcusable Gade revenge. But only 2 hearts beating for Big Clan here, and they've got all the time in the world. Fnatic don't need to rush this. They can pull teeth. 2 cavities left.
Well, they're taking the bomb down secret. And that's the right call here. Brolin could just finish this on his own without them even contesting the bomb. He's in a perfect position to deny rotations down that vent.
That's exactly what he's looking for.
Oh, okay. He's playing it safe, making sure nobody can contest from ramp. So Brolin crossing the T's and dotting the I's, which should be round number 20 here for Fnatic. The sound cues and the door swinging open have given up their position. The bomb will get planted any second now. Diligent stuff here, Fnatic. They're not taking any risks in this. Alex will plant that bomb. 40 seconds thrust on the clock. Brolin turns up to say, hey, nobody's home. And, well, Big, they're going to give it a go.
Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Oh.
Ow.
You appear to be wearing your steel toe cap boots today, sir. We said it was plimsolls. It's
They know where
plimsolls
we
today.
are.
And you haven't even got your protective gloves on. Take me as well.
Okay, Fnatic. Can they get the clean sweep on their T side? Or the queen sweep? It's
a
like a cards game.
So,
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I had a spin-off of Queen's Gambit.
Okay,
The Queen's
right.
Sweep.
The Queen's Sweep.
She's fallen on hard times and has to take up cleaning in her off days.
Ah, okay. Tune in to watch that one.
There's some sad moments as she says checkmate as she attacks various stains of grease.
Bit of pace behind this smoke wall this time round.
Yeah, he's completely smoked off. I wonder if he fires off a pot shot to reveal his setup. He hasn't. Even Molotoving on that credit card position. So yeah, as you said, you keep trying to use the word diligent, but that's exactly what they feel like they are being. And the entire Fnatic squad, bar Alex, have got themselves down across and unscathed. Dropping a bit of top site utility, gonna get the boys from Big Clan hearing all of this. Tabson's gonna be reporting a lot of steps. And they're down. They're taking Windows side. Chad would be proud.
They got util for this as well. So Tabson, he's going to be on an island here. Gade's going to be smoked off any second.
Oh, this is really isolating. Gade has to push through. He's taking a bit of a gamble, and it does seem to be working wonders. At least in his position, he's threatening. And Fnatic, they've got a whole minute to work their magic. Light on util now. They've cut a lot of noise. Is this because Alex is taking space back, or...?
The gap right now, to be completely honest, is up the vent to top. And now that Alex is clearing this out, I think that they're going to make that play. Like, they should. If they're able to get towards the vent, Alex can call top clear. They only then have to worry about main. Wait, Keto's here now.
Yeah, but he's revealed himself. Alex strikes. That's top. It's got to be top. Big Clan, their setup redundant on the lower side, but Tizian with a double out of absolutely nowhere. Ready on yard. Bomb scooped up. More wallbangs to suppress and impress. 3 AKs in play. And they do manage to put it straight back into an even keel. Looking for the perfect start to our second overtime here. Looking for the 3-0. Fnatic, a huge advantage. Brolin, crouch and crab walks in for the first. A predictable after-plant position for Alex here. It's up against Tabson, and with the pin pulled, he dunks on him. He's very low, though. Crim should have this all day long. Fnatic, 21. 3 chances, Chad, to close out the series and take a must-win game, considering the other opponents in this group. Mousesports, FaZe, you've already faced Na'Vi. It's by no means a guarantee. EG, perhaps a little more so, but here you go. You've got the 3-0, and Big Clan, they need to have a perfect attack now.
If you're Fnatic, you can throw something a bit strange here at them. You can do something you haven't shown before. True. Either a little bit more aggressive, just a completely different stance altogether. You've got plenty of rounds to work with. No need to rest with the same old, same old.
Tizian, the impact fragger, though. Oh, careful now. Brolin playing with fire. He gets away with murder there. I think Searson was just posted up looking the wrong way. Enables the frag. Tizian, as I discussed, is always seems far too wise for his own good. He's posted up in the off angle. It's a hard clear. It's a opportunity, and an opportunity lost for Keto. They're losing players left and right. Crims, however, ready for it. He receives Tizian as well. Big Clan falling apart now. It's only Gade. It looks like Fnatic have done it. their second official of Pro League.
Oh, know where he is. Tickled on down.
What a great recovery. Second time's the charm for Fnatic here at Group C. And this will help Fnatic in that head-to-head for sure. Crims will be burned out of that one, forced forward, and Gade shaping up the 1v5 for his whole team's life. Alex getting a bit pushy now and confirms the location.
Look at all the nades.
Look at the bomb's location as well, the poor soul. Let me in. Let me in.
Let it end.
Let it end indeed. Alex secures it, and Fnatic, your victors. An intense 3-map affair. And after pushing Natus Vincere